Was how, on the scale of 1 to 100, how much of a surprise was the overall result?
It was definitely a surprise. I would say I could probably that night thinking there was a 35% chance that we would not win. Mm-hmm. But I'll tell you, throughout the entire 18 months, there's probably something you saw every day in America that made you understand that it was possible that we were going to lose. So I always had this sense, you felt, you saw the numbers, everything looked fine, everything looked like we were going to win. But it's also true that throughout the 18 months, I also had this sense that, it's possible that it just might not be there. It's obviously a very different year. It felt to me, being on the campaign trail, most days, like it was a reckoning. There are these tensions in America just across the board, every age group, every demographic, that have roiled to the surface. Mm-hmm. And I think that those are the fissures that laid bare. I do think that the Trump campaign bears some responsibility for empowering some bad voices that assisted that.
But exploited those fissures.
Yeah, but this is, it's happening everywhere. And you see it with Black Lives Matter. You see it with Hispanic families that aren't willing to live in the shadows, that are demanding that there's some means for their parents to stay here and not be worried about being deported. I saw it with, women on a rope line with Hillary who are crying because they remembered sexual assault that they put aside for so long. Like, it's just all coming to the surface. And I choose to be optimistic about it because I think for each of these groups, and that also includes a lot of people who are just frustrated about the lack of opportunity. Mm-hmm. I saw Chris Hayes's town hall that he did with Senator Sanders and country, which I thought was terrific.
Yeah, and, riveting.
There's no bad conversation you can have right now. We should all be talking to each other. I've certainly learned a lot from talking to Republicans in the last couple of weeks. But this is, I do think that all of this tension, all this roiling to the surface is happening because people understand we can do better in America. So Black Lives Matter activists, they're not satisfied with systemic racism existing in this country. They want that addressed because we're America, and that's not these. To live with systemic racism is to reject some core tenets of of what we hold true as Americans. And there's a lot of people who are frustrated at the lack of economic opportunity. It's not what they were promised as part of the American dream, as part of the compact. You work hard, you should be able to succeed. You should be able to do better than your parents. So I think that the fact that this has all come to the surface now means we're strong enough to deal with it. But obviously, I'm very disappointed and very concerned that it's not Hillary Clinton who's going to be president of the United States during this difficult time.
Thinking about that